Welcome back to Sportsworld. 2009 may be less than a month old, but one international footballing trophy has already been decided. The Gulf Cup in Oman was a competition full of drama, some stunning goals, and Richardson picks up the action at the semi-final stage.
It was an event that brought out hundreds of thousands of supporters, that witnessed one or two strong words from the coaches.
One coach said that I never said that in my life, never.
And saw dozens of spectacular goals.
We're at the semi-final stage. It's Oman versus Qatar and Saudi Arabia up against Kuwait. But first, a meeting with a visiting VIP, namely FIFA President Sepp Blatter.
I met Mr. Blatter the day before those semi-finals. The Gulf Cup is an event that doesn't exactly resonate around the world, but it is one that FIFA are now looking to make an official part of their calendar.
I am convinced, because it's not the first time I am attending the Gulf Cup, that it's a very important competition for the Gulf region. And that's why also it has a tradition. It is now the edition number 19, and therefore it is something which is really a typical Arab Gulf base, and it is good for football. And it is very important for the region, it's very important for the Arab world, and I'm so happy that this year it is also a very tight competition and with surprising results.
Meanwhile, the Oman team were united in prayer and thought on the eve of another match in a tournament that will define many of these players' careers. It's all slightly different for Oman's vastly experienced coach. This may be a new country and a new tournament for Claude Leroy, but a high-profile semi-final is something he's seen before.
The pressure for football is it's a very healthy pressure, very, very healthy pressure, and I like this kind of pressure, if you can call that pressure.
And so to match night. On the pitch pre-game, a man from England who'd once played keepy-up for 13 and a half hours, and two French coaches with one objective: to reach the Arabian Gulf Cup final. Oman began like the team of champions they hoped to become. All the early chances were theirs. And when Hassan Rabia latched onto this long ball, the lead and the victory was theirs as well. 1-0, enough to see Oman into the final. And while this may just have been a semi-final, the players were holding little back in their celebrations.
It's a dream. We lost the last two finals, and there is only 120 minutes to achieve something. It's already a beautiful result, but it's not enough.
Next up, it's Saudi Arabia, against a side that's confounded most people's expectations by getting this far, and that's Kuwait.
FIFA only lifted a playing ban on the team just before the start of this event. Government intervention in the Kuwait Football Association the reason. It meant their preparations had been limited. Clearly no time for shooting practice. And Saudi Arabia's Ahmed Al-Fridi popped up with the game's decisive moment. One goal enough for them as well. Saudi would play Oman in the final. Both teams now had just a couple of days to refocus on winning this tournament. Leroy was in his element and at his verbose best.
Our job is to find and to choose the best actors, and after to give them a scenario, very, very precise, and in this scenario they have to show all their art of improvisation.
The day of the final. The gates were locked hours before kick-off at Muscat's Sultan Qaboos Stadium. Those who had made it inside, hoping to see their country win their first Gulf title in what was their third consecutive final. The early signs were good. Oman were dominating the first half and just before the break came this effort from Ismail Al-Ajmi. The opening goal, though, remained elusive. Oman pressure continued after the break. Hassan Rabia went close. And Imad Al-Husni went even closer. But the match was heading into extra time. Still, the sides couldn't be separated. Saudi's Yasser Al-Qahtani almost snatched the match in the final minute. But penalties would have to decide the winner. There followed 5 perfectly taken spot kicks from both teams. Collective nerves and breaths were being held. Until Saudi Arabia's Taisir Al-Jassim missed penalty number 6. Up stepped Mohammed Al-Nubi for Oman. Over the next few seconds, the clarity of his mind, the purity of his strike, could decide the outcome of an entire tournament. It did. The title was Oman's. An already barely contained national celebration could now begin.
Side had conceded a goal throughout the tournament. It's perhaps no surprise that this final went down to a penalty shootout. It's an imperfect way of deciding any competition, but Oman, they won't care. They've won their first ever Gulf Cup title.
A set of players that had made history for their country. Coach once again vindicated in a foreign land.
It's fantastic, it's unbelievable. You know, when you create the joy like that, you know, football is marvelous. Very clean game, you know, nothing was wrong, even if it wasn't penalty, but I think we deserve to win this final.
Fantastic, I think it's a fantastic feeling. Thanks for all support. Thanks for Majesty, you know, to support us in the football. And I think this is a great moment for everybody in Oman. And this is the small things what we can give it to them.
The victory is for the players. If we lost, I will assume the defeat, but I'm very moved, you know, very moved.
It has taken close to 40 years for Oman to get hold of this cup. It will take some effort to prise it from their grasp when the tournament moves to Yemen in 2 years' time.